Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am that Keto Lady, and before I get started, I just want to say thanks so much for tuning in on today's video. I am going to be making a cheese shell burrito, essentially. It is so good, so delicious, and it is super easy to make. And another huge perk to this recipe is that it has very little carbs. Oftentimes when you think of Mexican food, you can think of all of the chips and the tortillas and all that stuff that just adds up and adds to your waistline. This is a recipe that definitely won't do either of those, and it is super easy and so delicious. Before I get started, I just want to mention that I have an e-cookbook, Big Easy Keto, available on thatketolady.com. I will link it below. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know and are alerted immediately when I upload a new video. So let's get cooking. Before we get started, I just want to go over the handful of ingredients that you most likely already have in your house to make this recipe. Now we will use some extra toppings, but these are all optional toppings, and I'll show you what I put on mine when it's all said and done. So we're going with some ground beef. I love butcher box meat. I was not anticipating the difference in taste, but oh man, this stuff is delicious. So ground beef, it doesn't have to be butcher box, I'm just sharing my opinion. Some cheese, it doesn't have to be extra sharp cheddar, it can be any cheese blend that you want. Cumin, chili powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Easy peasy, now the fun starts. First things first, we are going to cook up our ground beef. I never buy taco seasoning in the pre-packages anymore because they are filled with ingredients that are totally unnecessary. So let's season this meat with our own little concoction, and it's super easy. As you can see, I just took the meat out of the skillet. I didn't even wipe it out or anything. I still have a little bit of excess grease in there. That is okay. We're gonna put our fire on a medium to medium low because we don't want the cheese to immediately crisp up. I'm gonna do a handful of cheese. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put just a thin layer on the bottom. You do a little bit at a time because you don't want to just plop a ton in there. And that's what I'm going to leave it at because this cheese is going to melt and it's going to fill in those spaces. So it ended up being 3 handfuls of cheese. If I had to estimate, I would starts to melt, you need to be ready to start adding some meat in here for our filling, and then I'm going to take a spatula and roll it up. You may want to take your spatula and just kind of go along the edges. This is going to be like your starting point, and just loosen it a little bit. Don't worry about loosening it all the way yet. All right, now I'm gonna take the ground meat and just spoon in some meat. We're still continuing to let it cook. Once you see that it's no longer gooey when you're lifting it up, you can start the rolling process. Go ahead and turn my heat off. And I'm gonna plate it up. That concludes today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and more importantly, I hope that y'all will make the recipe. If you haven't already, got my e-cookbook, Big Easy Keto, on datketolady.com. Go check it out over there. It has 63 super easy and delicious recipes in it. I'm also on Instagram, and I post on that platform almost every single day. But I hope y'all will subscribe and share this video, like it, comment, and all that good stuff. I'll see y'all the next time for another super delicious and easy keto-friendly meal.